All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Breathing Fire. I am like so stoked that we're doing this now. Just our small team huddle, getting things from the freaking best of the best and talking about things that are so important that maybe we don't talk about on a regular basis, or we don't like have a lot of training to do with that. And so tonight, I know that it was supposed to be Jamie and Kels, but Jamie had some stuff going on, so it is me and Kels. And basically, I'm going to give Kels like the floor for most of it. But I really wanted to talk to you guys really quickly before we even get rolling with Kels and how freaking awesome she is and all of the things she's doing. I wanted to talk about barriers. And I think it really leads a good segue into what we're going to talk about with enrollment. And so for me, I struggle sometimes. And like right now is one of those times that I feel exhausted and tired. My kids have been up since 2:30 this morning. I'm not even kidding you. It was like one woke up and then I got that one to bed and then the other one woke up and it was just like chaos. And so then all day, all I'm saying in my head is, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do the extra things. Oh my God, I have to message people. I don't want to message people because then in my messages, these things are going to come across that I'm exhausted and that I can't do this. And can I even do this? Am I going to be successful in this? How can I recruit anybody else into this company? Like when I feel like flustered right now, and those barriers and those thoughts are so normal. They are so typical when we come to this industry. So please, if you have those thoughts, know that you are not alone, but also know, and I'm going to say this like, sorry, not sorry, but they're bullshit. Okay. Those thoughts are complete BS. We tell ourselves what we keep what we speak. So if I tell myself I'm exhausted, I'm even more exhausted. Okay. If I tell myself that I'm a freaking awesome mass enroller, guess what? I'm going to start presenting myself in that way. And I'm going to represent myself as somebody who is skilled in that area. Right. I have things on my kitchen window that I had been doing every day. And I'm not going to lie, last week I have not been doing them. And I feel like that's part of it. But they're my affirmations. And I do them every day. And I say, you are a mass enroller. You are somebody that people look up to. You are beautiful. You are fierce. You are smart. You are funny. You are worth it. You are going to get this many customers a month, this many ambassadors a month. I put my goal that I want to get a Jeep Wagoneer, or like all of, and I say that I did say that every morning the last week, not so much. And I can feel it in my mindset. So I just wanted to like drop that on you guys right now. I feel like it's such a good segue because a lot of us set up those barriers before we even try. And so allowing ourselves the opportunity to just think outside the box, right? And like, yeah, we all know that Kelsey's freaking phenomenal. She is a freaking master when it comes to network marketing. And she is literally like the nicest person in the world. And so I can understand why people relate and connect with her. That being said, I'm going to let her take over and tell all y'all how she's freaking slaying at this. So take it away, girl.
Oh my gosh, that was like the sweetest introduction I've ever had, like for real. You are the best. Okay, so I just want to start by talking about posting, because I think that posting is really, really important with when, you're enrolling, right? So I think a big thing that people don't realize is, when you start out in this industry, if you're new, a lot of people think that they don't have a story. They don't know what to post about the business. They don't know what to share, right? But you guys, you do have a story, okay? So I'm going to outline how I do business posts, like a few different ways. So when it comes to sharing your story, you guys, you want to talk about, so if you're brand new and you haven't had any success yet, say you joined like last week or even today, okay, you want to talk about where your life is right now and some struggles that you're having with it, okay? And I know that it can be, uncomfortable when you're getting vulnerable about those things, but that's the stuff that people are going to relate to, right? People don't buy, the business exactly. They buy into you for what you can offer them. And if you have that vision of, what you're doing right now, but you're going to talk about where you're going, that's huge to them, right? So if they see your struggles and they relate to it, and then the next part of the post, you're talking about how the business is going to solve that for you, right? So when they're relating to your current struggles, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, maybe this business can solve that for me too. So don't ever think that you don't have a story to share, because, like for example, Kristen, right? Ruby, I think it's 25K a month for Ruby, right? If she posts that, nobody's going to relate to that, right? Like that's not going to sign her, people. So don't think because you're brand new that your posting isn't going to attract people, because it will. And also, you guys, so I was actually talking to one of my newbies about this today. And if you need help with a post, reach out to your enroller because they will help you. Okay. Because it's hard at first. Like my posts when I first started were so cringe, like so cringe. And they're even worse than like I think in my head they were, because I see them and I'm like, that's bad. Like that's so bad. So, you know, your post might not be great at first, but you can send it to your enroller or whoever, send it to a sideline, get somebody that's like accountability for you posting, right? And go over each other's stuff and kind of collaborate together. Because it's going to really, really help. And the only way to get better at posting, you guys, is to just do it. Okay. And just know, you know, maybe my posts aren't going to be the best right now, but they will. And me doing this is going to make them better. Okay. So some other things that I've been posting about lately that I think have really helped, because when I was with my previous company, I only posted my story over and over and over, and that's great. So like, you know, doing it in different ways and stuff. But I've been posting about, you know, the 5 F's, and I always butcher this because I always forget the one. So family, faith, fitness, finances, and I think the last one's friends. I always have to look it up. I'm not going to lie. I don't have them memorized, but I will post about each of them, right? And how they help, or how the company helps with those things, right? Because everybody cares about those 5 things, right? Like you're going to relate to people through that. And then our mentors, I've been tagging our mentors, you guys, and this is so, so important. If you were on the Orlando tour that just happened, Jake was talking about how important it is to, you know, introduce people to people rather than introducing people to a business, right? So when you're, you know, posting about your mentors and stuff, people are going to want to meet them. And especially if you're brand new, you guys, because, you know, someone on your timeline is going to be like, okay, you know, she just started this. So obviously she doesn't know what her doing, but her mentors do. And I want to be mentored by those mentors too, right? Like I joined really quick after I started talking to Karina. I didn't like really look into Kristen or anything like that until I got on a call with her. But if I have noticed like Karina posting about Kristen stuff, I would have been like, damn, I can be mentored by her and Karina. Like that's amazing, right? So make sure you're tagging your mentors in it, you guys. And then also sharing about the comp plan through posting. Okay. So when I shared about the comp plan, the one time that it worked out really well for me is when we had the enhancement with the customer rang up. I had somebody that is a top incomer at another company that makes $80,000 a week reach out to me. Okay. That's wild to me. And so now I haven't posted about it as much as I should, but that's something I'm working on. I'm going to more, but you guys post about it because it's freaking amazing. It's like, it's an incredible comp plan. Like we got paid 7 levels down in my last company. And it was like, I'm pretty sure after the 7 levels, it was like 1%. Okay. Here you get paid the same on all the volume. People want to know that. I wish I knew that before. You know how much money I missed out on? Like tens of thousands of dollars, like insane. So share about that stuff, you guys. People care about that. And then sharing about the financial freedom movement. And you guys, even if you are in Canada, you can still share about that because you're going to have people from the US and talk about how, you know, it might not be in Canada yet, but it's going to be, and talk about, you know, how new we are. Like it's not here because we're so new and we're ground floor and so unsaturated. But as we grow, we're going to get this financial freedom movement too, right? Because so many people, you guys, want to buy houses, they want cars. And with the economy right now, like the inflation is crazy. People need an extra income, but they also need to learn to manage their finances because we're not taught that. So if you guys post about all of those things, that's going to make such a huge difference in your business. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about was just follow the system, you guys. We have such a simple system, and I'm not going to lie, there was a period where I tried to like not follow the system that Kristen showed, but it was a mistake. Okay. So I'm telling you, follow the system, get people on the QIQs. And if they can't get them on the video, but you guys always try and get them on the QIQs because there's just something about being live. Like even when I watch a Zoom training, right? Like now being on it is better than watching the recording later. I don't know what it is, but it just is. So try and get them on the QIQ. And if they can't, send them the video. And then from there, if they ask you a question, like automatically talk about your mentor, right? So for example, like Karina and Jamie did it last night, the last one anyways, I think it was last night or night before. So I have girls that were asking me questions. I'm like telling them, you know, let's get you on a Zoom with Karina because Karina's in the video, right? and they saw how badass she is. So now they want to meet her. Okay, so follow that system, then Karina or whoever will get them on the Zoom and they'll talk to them and hopefully they enroll. If they don't, you guys, follow-ups, right? That's another huge thing with enrolling. You have to follow up. You have to. I remember in my previous company, I went through a period where I was not following up. I'm like, why am I not signing? And as soon as I started following up, literally like a week later, they were coming in like crazy again. So remember that too. Also, your 20s list. If you don't know what a 20s list is, you need to get on a call with your mentor so they can explain and go over it. Basically, this is choosing people that you are going to specifically reach out to. So I choose 20 people on Facebook and 20 on Instagram, and I do that throughout the week kind of thing. I do it a little bit different. So I do it like within 3 days, I reach out to them and I replace them. So I reach out to more than that a week, but anyways, choose them. And when you choose them, you want to choose people that like, basically you think they would be better than you at it, right? So for example, like say Karina wasn't in the business, right? And I see Karina, I'm like, oh my God, like she would be better at me than this. She would make me level up. That's the kind of people you want on your 20s list, okay? So make sure you are doing that. You're specifically interacting with them and then you're reaching out. And again, ask your mentors for a message or to help you write a message about how to reach out to them, okay? Getting to events. Oh my God. Me and Katrina had such an amazing time in Florida, you guys. Like, I was so stoked to buy my ticket to go to Utah and I cannot wait to go. I can't wait. And even just watching the Orlando tour tonight, like, yeah, it's cool when you're sitting at home watching it. But if you're there, it's so different, you guys. Like when they say that you're more likely to rank up when you go to an event, it's true. I wasn't signing like I am now before I went to Florida. Like that just literally shows it because you get that fire. And when you're around people that like all have the same belief as you and they're all going after the same thing, you get that confidence in yourself. And, that's where it leads into posturing, right? You have to posture yourself as somebody that people want to join with, right? Like if you're nervous and you're, like, oh, I don't know, and blah, 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 you come off and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to join with this person. Like, I don't understand what they're even saying, right? So posture yourself as somebody that's on a top growing team because we are, you guys. So you need to make sure that you have that confidence. And if you don't, that's why you need to go to an event because as soon as you do, you're going to get that confidence and understand what we have our hands on, right? And the last couple of things I just want to talk about was you have to truly care about people and about helping them. Like I know it's really hard when you're struggling to truly, focus on anyone else because you're focusing on you. Like I was homeless when I started in this industry, you guys. So like I wanted money for me. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't thinking about other people. Right. And that didn't help me that much. But when I really cared about people's issues and wanted to really help them, that's when things change. You're not like focusing on the money, you're focusing on helping people. And that's going to change a lot in your business. And share about this boldly, you guys. Like I've been sharing about this so much since I came back from Florida because like, this all kind of ties in together, like going to the events, right? I know what I have my hands on now. I know how amazing it is. So like, I'm not nervous to share this with anyone because, if they don't want it, that is too bad for them, right? But me not sharing with someone, I honestly think it's extremely selfish because, this might be the thing that changes their life, right? Everything has a snowball effect. So this might be the thing that brings them home with their kids. This might be the thing that creates memories on vacations, generational wealth, right? This could go down 20 or 30 years just by you not asking someone. You need to understand that. Like we have our hands on a life-changing thing, you guys. So you need to be bold and you need to ask, okay? And the last thing that I just wanted to talk about too is self-development. You need to be doing self-development. You have to. Like I noticed like there's times, I'm not perfect. There's times where I don't do my self-development for a few days and I feel like shit. Like I don't feel good when I do that. I'm not confident. I'm not enrolling, And as soon as I start doing it again within a couple days, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can do this. So it really makes a big difference. And if you don't know what to do for personal development, again, ask your mentor and they can give you some ideas of books or different like activities and stuff that you can do to help with that. I was listening to a podcast a couple days ago and she was talking, I'm like out of breath, I'm talking so fast. She was talking about, you know, think about a time in your life or multiple times where you had to overcome something, right? You fell down, but you got back up and you did it anyways. Think about the person that you were in those moments, right? Think about how persistent you were and how you didn't give up. You've already done so many hard things in life, you guys. You've already done hard things. So why can't you do something that has simple systems, that has so much support? You can do this, you guys. You absolutely can. So I just wanted to mention that too, you know. And another thing she said that I thought was really interesting was, you know, when good things happen, we're like, oh my gosh, the universe has our back. Like, this is great. And then when something bad happens, it's like, oh my gosh, the universe hates me. Like, this sucks. It doesn't go both ways, you guys. It doesn't go both ways like that, right? So think about something really bad that happened in your life that ended up being amazing, right? That's the way you need to look at bad things happening now. And I know, you know, you might be sitting there being like, there's absolutely no way that this is a good thing that's happening. There's no way. But probably in a couple of years or a few months or whatever, it's changing your path to get you on the right path, right? And when you're looking at things that way too, it's going to help you in the business. You know, somebody leaves, right? You're not going to be as stressed out because they're not meant to be there. That's happening for a reason. And I really, truly believe that. So I just kind of want to add that on and share it. But that's all I have. So I hope that is good.
Thank you, Kel, so much. That was wonderful. Guys, seriously, like, when Kelsey's talking about going to events and connecting and getting that fire lit within you, it is so freaking important. Another big thing that I took away from what you said was, even though we're going through hard things or hard times, it's leading us onto a path where we're supposed to be. And so, I know that when I started in this industry, I guess I am going to talk a little bit. You're welcome. But when I started in this industry, I was so negative and so drained of life. I was exhausted. I was at home with my 3-month-old daughter. My ex-husband was never around. And I didn't sleep. I didn't take care of myself. I didn't eat. I didn't even know what self-development was, to be honest. And look at where I am now. 4 years later, look at where I am now. I'm somebody who, okay, maybe I don't sleep and maybe I don't eat like some days, right? Because life gets chaotic, but like I'm so much better than I used to be. And I was petrified of ever coming on a Zoom call, like sitting like y'all are right now. I was petrified of doing that, having my camera on, and now I can sit and talk and do this. So when we first start or when we first are getting our footing, it feels awkward and it feels weird. And you know what? You're going to go through levels like that in your business. You're going to go through times that you've been in network marketing for 4 years, like I am right now. And you're like, holy shit, like, is this for me? Am I good at this? I'm questioning myself. I'm afraid. I'm overwhelmed. And why is that? Because I'm hitting another glass ceiling, because I'm getting ready for the next level of my life. That's why. It's not because I'm not good at things. It's not because that I don't have the potential, but it literally is because my body, my soul, my mind are all preparing for that next level. And so if you have moments that are a crisis of faith or that you're doubting yourself or any of that, like, take a step back, take a breath, and get over it. Like, get over it. And that's what I'm telling myself right now is like, get the F over it. Like, it really, the difference between being successful and not being successful is you and your choice. And so for me today, like, I'm still doing the things that I have to do. I'm resenting every second of it, but I'm still doing them. I hate doing birthdays every morning. I feel like it's garbage. I hate making my stories. I hate making my posts. I do. I do right now. And that's just the truth. I am completely beyond exhausted. But if I keep doing my non-negotiables, I know that when I get back to my messaging, I know that when I get back to my connecting with people on that real level, that I am going to skyrocket, right? And so even though I feel like a bag of garbage right now, it's going to get better. And you guys will see that happen. Like, tonight you're like, oh, Kat said she's feeling like this, blah, blah, blah. You'll see it. You'll see when I click and I'm back in and I break through that glass ceiling, because it happens to all of us. So allow yourself to be excited about this. There's never a moment that I've ever sat with this company, with Q, and been like, I don't like the company. I don't like the product. I don't like the people that I'm with in here. There's never, I'm getting emotional, I don't know why, but like there's never a moment that I felt those things because Q has so much to offer us. And I've never been ungrateful for what it's given to me and my family in the last 6 months at freaking all. Even my last company, I'm still grateful to them because it literally changed my life and it made me such a different person and a better person. And so, one thing I can tell you guys is allow yourself to grow in this. Allow yourself to be a part of the process. Allow yourself to connect with people on that intimate level, right? And like some of the people that I've been talking to lately with going through all of this are like my closest friends that are in this business, right? I've been talking to Caitlin about it. I've been talking to Kelsey about it. I've been talking to Karina, to Jamie. Like I've been talking to my people because they can relate to me on that level. And they're like, Kat, it's okay. You're going to be okay. We support you. We love you. Take the time that you need. Do what you need to do. Never, ever in anything have I had people that have had my back so much. And that's what Q gives us. It gives us this beautiful, positive culture where we can all work together. We can all work together to build something amazing. And, we all deserve this. We really do. And so we are so lucky to have the quality that we do of the company, the products, the training, the system, the mentors, the guidance, the Zooms, the events, the blah, blah, like everything, literally everything, guys, in Q is freaking phenomenal. Except for the shipping in Canada, but we get that for free with our auto ship now. So, but really, like it's so phenomenal. And so remember to do that, like talk about that with people. Talk about it. Go live on your page. Talk in your story. Make a video, record a video, and then post it in your story if you like it. Okay? Like do that for yourself because those are the moments that people really connect with you. That they're like, "Oh my god, she's not just like this or just like that," right? Like even the post I made yesterday was something so personal and intimate for me about me and my family and how my family is in a traditional family. I have almost 300 likes on it on Facebook. I haven't had a freaking Facebook post blow up like that in a very long time. Okay. So be vulnerable. Allow yourself to connect with people because that's going to get people excited. And that's going to be like, oh my God, like I'm like this person. I've struggled like this person does. Like the times that I was doing the best in enrolling and stuff like that was when I was being so vulnerable about my mental health stuff that was going on. I was being so vulnerable about being a freaking mess and not trying to hold it together, which is what I've been doing, and that's an awakening for me right now, right? Because you want to have that polished look on social media and look at my family and I'm so great and I do my hair and makeup every day. Garbage. It's garbage. It's not real. So connect with people in that way. Allow people to see who you are in real life. And that's why even on Zooms now, I don't need to do up my hair and makeup. I used to have to at the beginning. I'm like, look at me right now, freaking mess. But like now it's just about connecting with people genuinely and being able to be that um vulnerable piece that's missing on social media. Exactly. Jake said 90% of social media is fake. That's what it is. And so like why do you think people explode on TikTok? Why do you think Jamie explodes on TikTok, guys? Why do you think so many people follow her and enroll with her from TikTok? Because she's her. Because she's her. She makes funny freaking videos. She's awesome. She advocates for things that she believes in, and she doesn't give a flying F what people think. That's huge. Genuinity and vulnerability are huge. So allow yourself to just take that next step, whatever it is, and connect with people on that level because it's so freaking important. When you're talking to people about the company or whatever, if you don't know answers and stuff, just talk to anyone, any of your leaders, talk to a friend you've made in the business, message your group chat, anything. Be like, what do I say to this? What do I do with this? Like, people are here to help. But if you don't ask, then we never know and we can't help you through it. So, I guess that's my rant tonight. So you're welcome. And Kels, thank you so, so much for doing this. I super appreciate it. You are freaking slaying it. And I don't know about y'all, but I really needed this Zoom tonight in order to get my ass back in gear and back focused where I needed to be. So you guys have a great night. And yeah, remember, blah, blah, blah. I can't even talk. Remember, stay kind to each other. Mwah. Bye.